everyone, Tanyalee here with another product demonstration for Donna Downey Studios. Today I'm going to demonstrate the use of fibre paste on an art journal page. To start off with, I'm adding some gesso, mainly to cover up the paint and ink that has bled through from a previous spread. And then I'm going to add some collage elements. Now I'm working really intuitively on this page with the only goal in mind to use fibre paste. What happens in the meantime before I get to the fibre paste is a mystery. It was a mystery to me to begin with. But here we go. So I'm adding some collage papers, gluing them down with soft gel medium and sealing them over the top as well so that I can add paints without them being too absorbent. So I've used a couple of different tissue papers and a jelly plate print that I made for another video. Next I'm adding a stencil with some texture paste. Now this stencil is one of Donna's also. And you can find it in her store. I think it's called Peonies. So I'm adding a thin layer of texture paste through the stencil. So you can already tell this page has got a lot of layers going on and lots of texture. So once the texture paste is dry, I'm just adding some colour using some Daniel Smith watercolour in Quinacridone Rose, and I'll add some shadow violet as well. It's really just to get some background colour, knowing that I'm going to cover it up. So just adding the shadow violet just for a bit of a darker colour in the background. It really highlights the texture from that stencil. So once that's all dry, I'm going to put the fibre paste on. So I'm using it really like texture paste and spreading it over. The fibre paste actually has fibres in it, so once it dries it turns into almost a sheet of like what recycled paper would look like. So it's got some really absorbent qualities, and you can just work over the top of it with watercolour or any other medium. I'm going to go back in over the top with some more watercolour, and you can see the fibres in there and how the watercolour absorbs into it just like it would on paper. See how it's bleeding together really well? It's just like a really coarse watercolour paper. So just working really intuitively and getting some nice colours happening on the page. It's already got a lot going on with all that texture and colour from the bottom layers, but I'm just going to finish it off by spreading out that watercolour a little more. And my favourite colour combinations are pink and gold, so I've got some acrylic ink there going on the top and some white acrylic ink also. Now once that's all dry, I'm going to stamp a little sentiment on there using one of Donna's stamps. It says be bold and be true. Finishing it off with some black ink. And that's done. So that's how you use fibre paste. It's a really lovely medium and I recommend you give it a try.